Hello all, Sow Dog Piper with you here today. Good to see everybody. I've been MIA for a little while. Been a busy couple weeks for me. Trying to find a camper, work's been busy, working part-time jobs. So I just haven't been able to make any videos. So I figured I'd jump on here and make a quick video. But today, happy Meerschaum Monday, smoking out of my Moon Meerschaum. And in it tonight, I have got some Who Dat Mezzigator blender off of Facebook. Makes it. It's pretty good stuff. Not my favorite, but pretty good stuff for a small blender. Can't complain. But yeah, so found a camper about 2 weeks ago, I guess. And it is a Prime Time Avenger 2022 model. This Mezzigator is a little damp. So we took it out for our maiden voyage this weekend. We stayed Friday, Saturday, came back Sunday. Unfortunately, we got there late Friday because of school and all that. That's the only downside is I feel like it wasn't long enough. I mean, we really only had one full day, I guess, and packing the camper, unpacking the camper, it's kind of not worth it. But it was worth it, really, because we had a good time. My son, my youngest son, which is 12, brought two of his friends with him. And then we met my trooper buddy down there with his family. He got the lot right next to us, so we got to hang out with him and his wife and his kid. He's got a little girl about the same age as my kids, my youngest. So she was outnumbered by boys, but she jumped right in there with them and had a blast. You could walk right out of the camper, and we were right on a lake. You could cast out there, do some fishing. Wasn't biting real good, but my son was able to catch two little small brim. And we had a visitor, a snake, come slithering by. So I'll put some pictures up at the end of the video of the campsite and the boys and the snake coming by. But it was a good time. I remember now why I loved it so much. I had a camper about 10 years ago and had to get rid of it. And it's been a while since we've been camping, but man, it was a blast. I really enjoy it. It is something that I've missed for a long time. It's just relaxing, you know. You can get out there and stare out at the lake, smoke you some pipe, have you a beverage. It's just so much fun. But today I spent most of the day working on it a little bit. It is used camper, so you know, campers are not super well built. There's always a little maintenance like a house that needs to be done on them. But my mom wanted to have a reclining sofa or a reclining love seat, and it didn't come with that, so she had bought one and it got here a few days ago. And I spent the morning, I took off today, I spent the morning taking apart the one that was in there and getting it out piece by piece, and then bringing the new love seat in and putting it together piece by piece. It took about 2 hours, I guess, not horrible. But that was working by myself. My oldest was at school, so he couldn't help me. But I got it done, got it in there. It's nice, it reclines, has center console, all that good jazz, and it's pretty comfortable, so I like that. I had to put a new outside shower head on. It had busted, and they had it all electrical taped up. I don't know why they thought that would work, but I had to do that. And then the outside speakers need replacing, and I had bought some, and they're too small. Thought I had it measured right, and I didn't. So I got to send those back get some new outdoor speakers to put on it. And the wiring's got me a little nervous on it because it's not just your red and black wire. I got some different color wires, so I got to try to figure that part of it out. So I'm a little worried about that, but I think I can do it. I put my mind to it, I can do just about anything. So that and the help of YouTube. But yeah, we had a great time. Can't wait to go again. My mom's I'm pulling it to another lake nearby this weekend, and they're actually, my mom and stepdad and sister are going to live in it for about a month while their kitchen's being remodeled. So she's really excited about that. That was on her bucket list when she retired. She's been retired a couple years, but that was one of the things on her bucket list, was get a camper and be able to camp and just relax and, you know, do what you do when you're camping. We cooked all our meals over a campfire, and we used the outdoor kitchen a little bit to cook some stuff, but it was like I said, it was a blast. So not, you know, if you're not used to it, setting up, it took me a little while to set it up and break it down, just because I've been out of the habit of doing it. Next time I'll be a lot quicker about doing it, but it took me about 30-40 minutes to get everything set up, and then another 30-40 minutes to tear down Sunday, but I'll get quicker at it. So anyway, but I'm going to put some pictures here at the end if y'all want to look at some of the pictures. If not, that's fine too. But I got to talk to Todd a little while just before this video. Congratulations, Todd, on getting married. I wish y'all the best, but it was a good conversation. I really enjoyed it. Good to hear from you. And I'm going to try not to be a stranger. I usually try to make at least a video once a week, but these past couple weeks I just haven't been able to do it. But yep, I'm still here. I'm not one that has got off YouTube, and I haven't been able to catch up on my videos, which once you get behind, it's almost impossible to catch up on the videos. So if you haven't seen my comments lately or something, that just means I haven't been able to watch or catch up on them. It doesn't mean I don't love y'all any less. Just hadn't been able to do it. So anyway, well, y'all have a good week. It's back to the salt mines tomorrow for me. Another busy week ahead of me with regular work and part-times. And then one other thing I was going to tell you, we got home, I put in a new TV mount for the TV in the camper. Got home, that thing was about fell off the bracket when I got home. It had bent. It was, unfortunately, I went cheap and got a cheap Chinese bracket or mount or whatever you call it off Amazon, and that stupid thing about bent all the way off and almost dropped the TV. So I've had to reorder one to put one back in. Hopefully it'll be in Tuesday. But yeah, that wouldn't have been good, coming home, opening the door and seeing the TV splattered all over the floor. But yeah, anyway, be careful what you order on Amazon. Sometimes it's not the best of the best. Got to really look at those reviews. But I was trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to talk about. I really didn't have much to talk about other than our camping trip this weekend. We did, I'll make this quick, we're coming up on 10 minutes. We did have a murder in Huntsville last week, which is kind of not uncommon now. We are the largest city in the state of Alabama now, here in Huntsville. And killed the guy in cold blood. Well, comes to find out, the Saving Way thrift store, which I work at part-time when I'm, you know, done with my regular duty, I go work part-time there. There's a fly. This particular offender that murdered this guy used to come in there 2 or 3 days a week and cause a lot of problems in there. Thus why we were, you know, called in to start trying to run off people like that. And so we've been on, you know, watch in case he comes in there and do what we got to do to take him into custody. But he knows he's got a warrant out for his arrest for murder, so he has not showed up lately. So I guess that's good and bad in a sense. It'd be nice for him to walk in and us arrest him, but then again, I'd hate for him to come in with a gun and us have to shoot him there too. So I don't know. Double-edged sword as usual. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Well, y'all have a good week. Be careful, be safe, and y'all watch your six. I'll see you next time. Bye.